Premier League Week 4 this weekend. We've got the full predictor for you today. Looking forward to it, Craig?
Yeah, I love a guess.
Love a guess. Look at get the odds going.
I love a guess.
How do you guess this is going to go with Martial out for Manchester United at Southampton?
Yeah, got one or two problems off the back of that bad result at home to Crystal Palace, as you know. All the stories about penalties. And Southampton haven't been as bad. Lost to Liverpool, lost match day 1
To Burnley.
to Burnley. Played really well against Liverpool actually, and probably should have got something out of the game, but didn't. I'm going to go for a draw in this one.
Coming off a win as well, and in the cup, so they're in good shape.
I'll take your word.
I just think that Man United might come up with a performance.
Yeah.
Pogba.
Did you see him at Southampton last year?
Yeah. All right.
I'm not sure. I just can't see it.
Chelsea took the lead 3 times to beat Norwich, coming up against Sheffield United.
Yeah, Chris Wilder was not very complimentary as he said last week. Somebody said, well, your team gave their all. He said, they get paid to give their all. I want to see a bit more. So I think they're going to be a dogged test for Chelsea, but I just think at home against the weaker teams, Chelsea have got enough going forward.
I think Chelsea's tails are up. I think they will beat Sheffield United quite handedly, actually.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace, Villa.
Well, Villa had a lot of new signings in the summer. There's no doubt about that. Big changeover for Dean Smith. Great result for Palace last week with little possession. I'm going to go for a draw at home. I'm going to go for Villa to get something on the road.
Yeah, I think that might be a draw as well. I was actually thinking of picking Villa, but I'm going to...
Well, don't let me put you off.
No, I'm not confident.
Nobody will mention it.
I'm not confident.
Next week, if it's wrong, nobody will mention it.
I think they'll get a
draw.
draw.
Go for it.
It's a draw.
Live a little.
It's a draw. I will pick Leicester.
Okay. Who are they playing?
Bournemouth.
Of course it is.
Injury-ravaged Bournemouth.
Yeah, Bournemouth just couldn't stop losing goals. I can't quite see the graphic from this side. It's the old eyes. I'm going to go for Leicester as well. Potential to squeeze into the top 6 this season. Leicester City for me, potential. I think that's how good they can be on the day. They were excellent at Chelsea in the second half. I mean, they really, really were. So, yeah, I think too strong for Bournemouth.
Yeah, they've had a really good start to the season as well. What do you think?
Well, yeah, what do you think?
Man City, Brighton.
What do I think? I think Brighton get up there, get the crash helmet on, get everybody behind the ball, maybe get down on the prayer mats, yeah, but, you know, because it could be messy. And I don't see anything else other than Man City just popping it around and ripping Brighton apart.
Crash helmets on the prayer mat.
Yes.
That's a new one. Moving on to Newcastle against Watford, who've had a dreadful start to the season.
Well, but for last week's great result, we could have been talking about both teams going for 4 straight defeats. But as we are, it's Watford, and I think Newcastle at home. I mean, Javi Gracia, all the talk about him last year, going to Chelsea, doing this, got to the cup final, what a horrendous start. I'm going to say the Geordies get behind their team at home and Steve Bruce gets his second result.
They won in the League Cup, at least, and I saw them at Everton.
You keep bringing this cup competition up, I don't really...
But there's a little bit of confidence for them, a simple win as it was. But they actually played very well at Everton and unlucky to lose in the other away game. So I actually think they'll get a draw at Newcastle.
Okay.
Difficult to play against Watford sometimes, if they get their act together.
Well, yeah, not the start of the season.
No, exactly. West Ham, Norwich.
Yeah, in the goals, new signing last week in the goals. Sebastian, is it Halle?
Allaire.
Halle, how do you pronounce it?
Allaire.
Where's Derek Ray when you need him?
Allaire.
Probably on Wikipedia somewhere. Anyway, I'm going to go... Norwich are great going forward. And they'll be open, and I think West Ham at home will be a little bit too strong for them because they'll play an open game.
I think that they will go for it.
They will go for it.
But I do think West Ham will beat them. Yep. Burnley, Liverpool.
Tricky game for Liverpool away from home. It's one of those ones where at the end of the season you could look back on and say, well, we really dug out a result there against a really dogged Burnley side who will cause them problems. Ashley Barnes started the season very well. But, you know, I don't think it'll be a hammering. I really don't, because they don't get hammered often. But I just think Liverpool squeeze maybe over the line 2-1 or something.
I think it'll be a bit more comfortable.
Do you reckon?
Yeah,
all right.
Liverpool win. Everton Wolves, who beat them in this fixture last year.
Who did?
Wolves beat Everton.
Oh, that's too long ago. Yeah, under pressure in some sense, particularly after Villa last week. You know, team selection, performance. You know, last year there was a little bit of, you know, Marco Silva, is he the man to take Everton? Both decent sides, and for that reason, I'm going to say a point apiece at Goodison.
Very difficult game for Everton. I think with Gbamin's injury that Fabian Delph is a very important player for them. I think
you're unsure, aren't you?
I think he'll play. I think they'll win. Arsenal Spurs.
It's quite a difficult one, this, because of the performances last week of both. Injuries for Tottenham to some key players. Potential for Arsenal to play a very attacking side going forward with the Aubameyang, Lacazette and Pepe. Lacazette seems to be the guy that misses out. We'll see if that changes at the weekend. If that happens, or they are attacking, it's what they do at the back, particularly at home. Their away form against the big boys is not good. At home, it's a different story for me. And I'm going to say that Arsenal can get a victory here, because I don't think they've quite got going yet.
Yeah, I agree. Ndombele, injury doubt as well. So Arsenal.
Dyer out, and I know he hasn't played, so, you know, of course Arsenal will mess that right up for us.
Yeah, but as it stands, London is red.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.